Yo guys, Codelife here. So in today's video guys, we're going to be checking out this new piece of controller hardware that's pretty game changing in my opinion for all of the controller players out there. The new piece of hardware that I'm talking about guys is this new DualShock 4 back button attachment that Sony literally announced a few hours ago. I know most of you will know exactly what this is already by just looking at it, but for those that don't, pretty much what this is guys is it's a PS4 controller attachment that allows you to add 2 extra customizable buttons to your controller. These customizable buttons can be assigned to anything you'd want to bind them to as well. You can assign buttons such as triangle, circle, R1, R2, or any of the other buttons on your controller. If we take Fortnite for example, in here you could bind the left back button to your wall bind, and you could also bind the right back button to your stair bind if you'd like. You don't have to do it like that, you can literally set them up any way you'd like to any Fortnite bind, which is really useful because we know how many Fortnite pro players out there have already taken advantage of these back paddles. A few I can think of from the top of my head are players like Unknown X Army, Atlantis Lecce, Wolfies, Ghost Camo, and Nick Merckx. All of those Fortnite pros that I just listed there have some Fortnite bind bound to the back paddles on their controller. The only way that these Fortnite pro players have been doing this is by buying 2 of the most popular controllers that are out there right now. That's the Scuf gaming controllers and the Xbox Elite controller, which these in themselves are very expensive controllers, and it's been one of the things that have put people off using these back paddles because of that price point. So keeping that in mind guys, this actually brings me to my next point, which is why I think the DualShock 4 back button attachment is going to be completely game changing. And the reason for why I think it's going to change the entire game guys is purely because of its price. The official price that Sony have said that the DualShock 4 back button attachment is going to cost is $30 when it does release on January the 23rd, 2020. And that price right there guys, I actually find that rather cheap considering what you're paying for. What you're pretty much paying for here guys is an attachment that makes your PS4 standard controller function pretty much the same as a Scuf Infinity 4PS Pro, which costs like $130, and it also functions pretty much the same as an Xbox Elite controller, well minus the 2 extra paddles that the Xbox Elite controller has, but that still costs like $180. I know that it doesn't completely function the same as these controllers, as both of them do feature some extra stuff like trigger stoppers and stuff like that, but for the main functionality that most people buy these controllers for, aka those back paddles, you get that exact same functionality for your standard PS4 controller for a much cheaper price, and I find that really amazing. The fact that we're going to be able to buy an attachment that costs $30 that can function the exact same as these other extremely popular controllers that cost like $130 plus, that just completely blows my mind guys. Like, that's unreal. Like, I'm not even a controller player myself, and I can just tell you all right now that this is going to change the entire market, and it's going to be really good for all of us. Also as well, before you guys do comment about the alternative paddles that are currently out there on the market, yes, I know that there are some, but the problem with those guys is that they're not officially licensed by Sony or Xbox, which sort of classes them as a mod. And I might be wrong on this, but from what I know, I don't think that they are sort of allowed when competing in stuff like the Fortnite World Cup, for example. I know that the Scuf controllers and the Xbox Elite controller are both officially licensed by Xbox and Sony themselves, and with them having that license, I'm pretty sure that it makes them allowed to be used in competitive play. In regards to those third-party paddles though, I don't think they are allowed for competitive play. It is really besides the point though, as now we've got this alternative where we can literally use it for competitive gameplay as it's officially licensed by Sony. But yeah guys, it was just a quick video for all of you controller players out there to let you know about this new piece of hardware that's in my opinion very game changing. It's that game changing in my opinion guys that I think that if any of you out there are considering buying a Scuf controller or an Xbox Elite controller purely for the paddles, I personally would consider that you guys do buy this attachment just because of the price difference. Like, with this attachment guys, you're essentially getting a budget version of both of these controllers for literally $30. That's just my opinion though guys, take that how you will, though I would love to know what you guys think of this new attachment in the comment section below. That's all from me today though guys, thank you all so much for watching, hope you all have a great day, peace.